In this video, I'm going to show you how to remove the feathers from a tail fan once you've got it fleshed and boraxed and at least dried a little bit like this one is here. It's much the same as the wing, but what I want to stress to you is how you can pluck these feathers out until we get clear down to the large tail feathers of the tail. I just simply, when you want to pluck these feathers here, I just simply hold with my left thumb and pull them one at a time with my right hand. I guess it'd be vice versa if you're left-handed. And just simply pluck each one in out of there one at a time. Now what that does is that preserves the quill on the end of that, so you can beat it or whatever you're wanting to do with your craft project. And those are the bronze flats that lay on the top of that tail. There's usually several dozen there. We try to leave, 10 or 12 or more on a tail fan when we sell them to you as a whole tail. Lay those aside. Then the next row you see here are the pre-tail skirts. And those work the same way. You just hold with your left, or hold with your one hand and pluck them one at a time with your opposite hand. Of course, all these feathers that I'm plucking are also sold separately. But if you have a use for all the feathers in a tail, the thing to do is just to buy a whole tail. You can remove them when you get them on your end. But these, they've already been fleshed and borax. This one wasn't completely dry, but it's dry enough. Then next thing you probably do is the hurls, the plumes, or whatever you want to call it, all here on the back side. Go ahead and remove them the same way. Pluck them one at a time. Some of them are poking through, so just, alright. Now what that's left you is just the whole fan with just the large tails. So just like the wing, what you want to do is just simply put your knife in there and pull up. If you have, if you dried that fan without fleshing it, it's going to be much harder to come through there. But if you have all that flesh, or at least bulk of that flesh off there, it's going to be so much easier to separate when you go to remove the feathers. Otherwise, you're going to be fighting through that puzzle that clump. If it's already completely dried with all that flesh around there, it is very tough, especially if it's completely dried, to remove the feathers. So fleshing the tail is important when you want to go to remove the feathers. Just simply go down through there and remove them one by one. They all are, and just like the video we done earlier on the wing, the wing feathers, scraping the quill, the membrane off that quill is just really the same way. You want to scrape, not cut. So if you perforate that top side, and if that's dry enough, it should just pull right off of there. Now, with a tail, you're going to have some, you could have a little bit of grease there. You may want to get you a paper towel or a rag or something to remove that grease, but they'll peel much like the wing feathers. That way you've got that complete quill to use whatever you're making with your tail feathers.